The story of The Crown Season 7 begins in the early 2000s, where the royal family faces new challenges as the modern era continues to test tradition. The Queen, now older and more reflective, struggles to balance her duty with the growing independence of her children and grandchildren. The weight of history hangs heavy on her, yet she feels compelled to remain the steady figure for her nation. The world has changed drastically since her coronation, but the crown remains as heavy as ever. Prince Charles finds himself at the center of public attention as his relationship with Camilla Parker Bowles becomes more openly acknowledged. The British people are divided, with some slowly accepting Camilla while others continue to view her as the cause of Diana's heartbreak. Charles grapples with both the guilt of the past and the need to move forward with his life. His journey becomes one of attempting to redefine his role in a monarchy where tradition clashes with evolving public opinion. William and Harry, now growing into adulthood, face life without their mother. William, carrying the weight of expectation as heir to the throne, begins to take on more royal duties. Harry, in contrast, struggles with grief and rebellion, often clashing with the press and the public. The brothers' bond remains strong, but their paths begin to diverge. Their struggles highlight the generational shift in how royalty interacts with the modern world. The Queen faces political change as prime ministers come and go, each bringing their own challenges to the monarchy. New debates around the role of the monarchy in the 21st century begin to surface more strongly. Republican voices grow louder, and the Queen is forced to reflect on the institution's relevance. Yet, her resilience and sense of duty keep her steady. The political climate tests not only her resolve but also the monarchy's place in British society. Prince Philip, though aging, remains the Queen's closest confidant and critic. His bluntness and wit continue to shape family discussions, though his health becomes an increasing concern. His reflections on his life and service create touching moments with the Queen, reminding viewers of the enduring partnership at the monarchy's core. Their relationship, weathered by decades of duty and strain, becomes a focal point of love and endurance. The media continues to scrutinize every move of the royal family, with tabloids especially targeting Harry's behavior. He becomes labeled the party prince, struggling with his identity and the weight of public expectation. William tries to shield his brother, but often finds himself torn between family loyalty and the expectations of his future role. This dynamic creates both tension and tenderness in their relationship. The Queen witnesses her grandchildren beginning to shape the monarchy's future. William's relationship with Kate Middleton begins to blossom, sparking public interest and approval. The contrast between his steady romance and Harry's turbulence paints a picture of two very different heirs to Diana's legacy. The Queen quietly observes, realizing the survival of the monarchy depends on the choices her grandchildren make. Charles and Camilla face the challenge of legitimizing their relationship in the eyes of both the family and the nation. Their eventual marriage is portrayed with emotional complexity, balancing personal happiness with public duty. The Queen, at first hesitant, must weigh her personal feelings against the institution's need for stability. This storyline highlights how even monarchs must confront human emotions in the face of duty. The tragedy of Diana's death continues to echo through the season, shaping every character's decisions and emotions. Her memory looms especially large in William and Harry's lives, guiding their choices in both love and responsibility. Public devotion to Diana complicates the family's attempts to move forward, keeping her legacy alive in the people's hearts. The monarchy struggles to step out from her shadow while honoring her memory. As the Queen grows older, she begins to reflect more deeply on her legacy. She considers how her reign will be remembered and whether the monarchy has truly adapted to modern times. Her moments of solitude and contemplation bring a human dimension to a figure so often seen as unshakable. For the first time, she allows herself to acknowledge the personal cost of her lifelong duty. The season explores international relations as well, showing how the monarchy's global role is shifting. Visits abroad reveal both admiration and criticism, with some nations questioning the monarchy's relevance in a post-colonial world. These moments place the Queen in situations where diplomacy and humility are required more than ever. Her ability to navigate these challenges shows the endurance of her leadership. Harry's military career becomes a significant arc, as he seeks purpose and escape from the pressures of royalty. His service brings him respect and helps him rediscover discipline, but also exposes him to trauma and the harsh realities of war. This storyline deepens his character, showing both his bravery and vulnerability. It also sets the stage for his eventual break from royal duties. William and Kate's relationship takes center stage as they navigate the pressures of public life. Their courtship is both romantic and carefully scrutinized by the press, with every gesture analyzed. The Queen sees in Kate a stabilizing presence for the monarchy, while Charles reflects on his own turbulent path to love. Their union becomes symbolic of a new era for the royal family. The Queen faces one of her greatest challenges as the media landscape changes. With the rise of digital platforms and social media, the monarchy can no longer control its image in the way it once did. Younger royals adapt more quickly, while the older generation struggles with this new form of public engagement. This theme highlights the monarchy's ongoing struggle to remain relevant in a rapidly changing world. Prince Philip's decline becomes an emotional thread as his health worsens. The Queen grapples with the idea of life without her husband, who has been her partner through every trial of her reign. Their moments together are tender and poignant, offering glimpses of vulnerability in two figures often defined by strength. His mortality underscores the passage of time for the entire royal family. The season delves into the tension between duty and personal freedom. William feels the burden of responsibility growing heavier as he prepares for his eventual role as king. Harry, on the other hand, becomes increasingly restless, yearning for a life beyond royal expectations. This contrast creates both conflict and connection between the brothers, reflecting their different approaches to legacy. Public opinion of the monarchy continues to fluctuate, with scandals and criticisms testing the institution's endurance. Yet, moments of national pride and unity also emerge, reminding viewers why the monarchy endures despite its flaws. The Queen remains at the center, embodying both the criticism and admiration of her people. Her resilience becomes the season's emotional anchor. The family faces generational divides as the younger royals embrace change while the older ones cling to tradition. Debates within the family mirror debates within the nation about what the monarchy should represent. These conflicts are deeply personal, touching on themes of identity, loyalty, and the meaning of service. The tension creates some of the season's most human and relatable moments. As the season nears its end, the Queen reflects on her extraordinary reign. She recognizes the cost of her choices, the sacrifices made, and the resilience required to endure. Her reflections are not of regret but of acceptance, a recognition of the complexity of her journey. This closing arc frames her as both monarch and human, offering a moving portrayal of legacy. The final moments of the season show the monarchy standing at a crossroads. The Queen remains the steadfast figure, but the future lies in the hands of William, Kate, and Harry. The story ends with a sense of both continuity and uncertainty, as the crown passes silently from one generation to the next. The weight of tradition continues, but so does the hope for renewal. The additional arc focuses on the Queen's Golden Jubilee, a grand event marking her 50 years on the throne. The celebrations bring moments of national unity, yet also highlight the contrast between her enduring reign and the uncertainties of the future. While the public admires her resilience, the event becomes bittersweet as she reflects on how much has changed in her family and country since her coronation.